Hello and welcome. It's Chris Ann. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chris Ann. Still don't have my voice back, but we are going to make a fun video and have fun anyway. Have my tea right here. I will be drinking from that as we go. The other day we made some fun papers. And these were when we made two papers. Oh, goodness, hold on. These were when we made two papers at once. So this was some watercolor paper. So if you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. You can watch it with the voice off because my voice is terrible. So these were when I used watercolor to create these, and then these were when I used acrylic paint and we made these. So we have these papers. Let's make some fun things with them. So one of my ideas, oh, and I also have, let me pull this out too. I have some coffee dyed paper that I made a long time ago. And then I have this cardstock that I made a long time ago with the different sprays. So this is some ideas of things that you can do with the papers. Once you've made them, what do you do with them? I am going to start with this one. So let me get all of these off my desk. What I like to do is I like to further decorate my papers. So I have some punchinella here. Punchinella is what is left over when they punch out the sequins. And you can buy this on a like a ribbon spool. I'll try and link at least one of them from Amazon onto the description box. If not, they also call it honeycomb ribbon. That's what a lot of them are calling it on Amazon, but it's punchinella. So let's use, let's see, we're going to use this spot. So what I want to do is I want to further add some more embellishments. This is ledger paper. And I did the acrylic over this. Now I have a whole bunch of sponges. This one has some pink in it. So we're just going to, and this is just First Claire pink that's in it, I believe. Okay. So let's just sort of do a bunch. And these are just makeup brushes, makeup sponges. Zero clue how to use it for makeup, but I can tell you how to use it for crafts. So this is going to be the body of our paper dolls. So we're further embellishing them. I mean, it's nice to get the color there and all of that from the acrylic paint. But let's decorate it even more. I'm not lining anything up. I'm just getting some dots here. If you've watched my videos before, you know I have a thing for circles. So all of these circles equal some wonderful patterning here. Let me just put my little sponge away. So you can rinse this off. It's like it's plastic. So it's multi use. So we have this decorated so far. Next thing I have some sets of stamps from Stamping Up. These were from my haul that I got at the very beginning of the summer when I bought everything secondhand at a secondhand shop. So I have all of these flower stamps. So let's decide which one I want to use. I'm kind of thinking this one because it has lots of pattern in it. And then we'll probably use one of these too. So let's start with this. This one. And this is from the set Flower Shop. You know, there's a funky glare that happens with my lights. And then we'll use the other one is Petite Petals, and just for your knowledge, Posy Punch is the other one. So I do have that same VersaFine Claire Charming Pink. Apparently in my pink era. I'm not into pinks, but I'm trying to branch out. Oh, the stamp isn't sticking. Let's try that again. See, it's still not sticking. Okay. Well, it's stuck right now. Oh, I'm not happy with that. Let's try a different block. Let's see if it's the block. I don't think it's the block. No, it's not the block. It's the stamp. A little bit of stuff in here. Okay, this is what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to move these out of the way. Now, when these don't stick, sometimes it's because this needs to be cleaned. I have a brand new bottle of water here. And I don't normally want to use a tissue, but this is a brand new tissue. In lieu of like running this to the sink, but I'm not getting out. If you clean off the back, make it a little bit wet, hopefully that will help. Let's give it a try. There, that seems pretty good. Okay, let's bring everything back. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well, I have other stamps. I can always move on to other stamps. It's working though. Now I don't want to stamp this all going in the same direction. I like to turn either my paper or my stamp. Visually, it looks better. And keep in mind, I'm going to be cutting this up. This is going to be the body of our paper dolls. So in this case, it's not going to really matter if everything's going this direction, that direction. So I'm slowly feeling better. Slowly, but I'm getting there. Okay. Ooh, I always do that. Okay, let's put these things away. Clean this off. As best as I can. That works for me. Let's put this away. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this up and then stamp the smaller flower. And I'm debating if I should do this one or this one. Although that one's pretty too. Yeah, we'll go with this one because it's a little subtler. We kind of have a lot going on here. This this one. This one's super sticky on the back. It's not going to have a problem. Okay, so let's put this here. You can see that this is still wet, especially this one. We're going to blot off some. Yeah, see? We blotted off a lot. Still wet. But that's okay. We're going to cut it up. And I don't need all of this right now. All right, let me get my paper cutter. We don't really have a size planned. Let's see. I'm doing 5.5. Put that one up there. And I'd like to try and get 2 rows of paper dolls out of this. So this is 4. And I mean, I'm making these up as I go. So this one, 3.5. I know you can't see it. And I can't move it, so you can see it, because there's no space here. Okay, and now let's cut these paper dolls down. We're going to do 1.5. So there's the body. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to cut all of these up. They're not all dry, but that's okay. Probably should have done this one last, since that's the empty spot. How big is this? 2.5. We'll do 1.25. Yep. So now I have both of those. We'll just do the same thing. We will do 1.5. 1.5. And then 1.25. Perfect. We'll take this back out in a little bit, but for now, I'll just go through and show you what I have. So these are going to be the bodies of the paper dolls. Now, I want to have curves on the edges. So let's get out our corner rounder. Now I'm going to do a few at a time, and I'm going to match up the like sizes with like sizes. Oh, back one shorter. These are going to be really cute decorations within your journals, for the front of cards, however you choose to use them. And you know I'm going to be eventually doing both. But I do have a really cute idea for these, for the journals. You know, it's fun to make and decorate the papers, but it's also fun to actually use them and put them, put them to a good purpose. These are kind of Valentine-y colors too. You get a jump on Valentine's Day. Now, I have, the only thing I did a mock-up of was the head, the face of the paper doll. Now, where did I put it? Here it is. So I see some things that I like on this and some things that I don't like on this. But this is going to be, I mean, it kind of looks like a baby, but it's not going to be the face of the paper doll. So I have a couple different ideas in mind for this. So you can either have the face up here, you can have the face here, and that's going to be the simplistic paper doll. And depending on the colors you have in the background and how you hold it, where you place it, looks really cool. So let's make some heads and some faces. Actually, before I do that, let me see. Do I need a couple of these? Yeah, let's do a couple of these. We'll have these be drying while I'm doing the faces. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm just going to kind of fill in some spots with that. Not quite sure where I'm going to put the faces on all of these. I love this blue. Of course, I like turquoise anyways. There. I mean, you can see it, but you can't see it. Let's fill in this right here. There. Love it. Let's do a couple more. There. Years and years and years ago, I used to make little tiny, they looked like paper dolls, and I would make them into jewelry. I would make them into pins. It was such a big seller for me. But it took me hours to make each one. And you know, at that time, I wasn't even getting $30 each for them. And you know, it was taking me like 6 to 8 hours to make each one. It was a labor of love, and that's all it was. So just keep that in mind when you're making things. What's your time worth? Let's wipe this off. I had to stop making them because it just became so time consuming, but maybe someday I'll get back into them. Okay, let's put that one away. So I think we're done with the stamp part. Now let's get into the circles for the faces. So I have 2 colors that I want to do. I want to do some, whoops, I'm dropping things, some white. Oh, what did I drop? I can't see it. I want some white cardstock. Okay, there's the white. And then I have craft paper. It's craft paper, but it looks kind of cardboardy. But it's craft paper. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I just Oh, it's not exactly the craft paper color I wanted, but it's all that they had. It was all that I could find. The Black Friday sale is going to be coming up on Amazon. Cardstock is one of the things that I'm going to be getting. Okay, so we have 2 different colors. We have the white cardstock and we have the craft cardstock. People come in all different colors, so I wanted all different colors. Okay, let's do the faces. Now, my chalk pastels are in the other room. Once I sit down at my seat, it's really hard for me to get up and go and do things. I was already here. I was already situated, and I'm like, oh, darn. I should have had my chalk pastels for the cheeks. But this is what we're going to do. So I'm using gel pens. So this is a black gel pen that I'm using for the eyeballs. So I'm doing a U and then a U right next to it of approximate size. And then let's do some eyelashes. Whoops. Kind of Betty Boop eyelashes. And then if you want to draw in a mouth with the black marker, you can. It's a very different mouth than I did. This one I just did a heart. And then you can add color to it if you want. So I'm going to do all different faces. This is where you can get fun and try to be a little creative. And I'm going to add color to these. Now, if you don't want to add a mouth, don't add a mouth. No mouth. You don't want to add eyelashes? Don't add eyelashes. I'm going to add eyelashes. I mean, some of these faces are coming out better than others, let's face it. Get it? This is why I tend to do extras of certain things. I'm not keeping track. I am not counting. Just break it down into simple shapes. So you can keep them small and tiny, or you can make them sort of a little more larger and exaggerated. Last one. Now, when you go to put this on here, you can decide what do you want hair-wise. So for the first one that I did, I just did sort of like a little curly cue coming down. Let's add some color to this one. I have a pink gel pen right here. So let's add some color to the lips. Once again, you want to use pastel. Use pastel. The other thing I have is I have my Whimsical, and this is like a red pink kind of color. There's glitter, very, very fine mica glitter. This sparkles. Now, everything we do normally has the brown paper edge to it. Do we want to add that to this? Do we want to leave it as is? In this one, I'm going to leave it as is. Oh, I think it was my glue that I dropped. Oh, my glue's not here. Darn, hold on. Oh, there it is. It was my glue. And I'm giving the head a little bit of a tilt. And now I'm going to get out my nail charms. Talked about these in a video like a week plus ago, so you can go back and check that video out. I have a ton of these pink bows, so we're going to use a pink bow, and we'll do this little tiny pink heart. I know you can't see it because it's in my fingers. That little tiny pink heart. So let's do the heart right here, and then I'm gonna do the bow. I know other people use like tweezers. I use fingernails. There's that little tiny heart. You can see it like in person much better. Now this one, now that it's on the doll body, I can sort of put the bow up a little bit higher, and all I'm using is the art glitter glue. Is my light flashing? I don't know if my light's dying. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, it's all right, I guess. Okay. There. There is that. Let's make a few more. Okay. I'm going to do different variations on this. Let me take another sip of my tea. Okay. Now for this one, we're going to add the color in a moment. I want to use, I'm going to use the larger hole. And we'll add color in a minute. And I'm going to do one in the middle, and then one on either side. So we did 3 holes in the head. Once this is done, then I'm going to add color to it. So we're going to take some ribbon. You can use anything you want, twine, ribbon, whatever. And I don't know, what is that, like 2 inches? Okay, so I'm just folding it in half, and then I'm folding that in half right at the end there. You can do the eyelets there if you want. My hands are working for me and not working for me, so you do it better than I will. Some days they work better than others. And I mean, I could have cut this longer too. That's probably half the battle. There we go. And gently pull one at a time. So, I mean, if you want to do them longer and then trim them afterwards, that's fine. And then just get these going. Now these, I'm only using a, the circle that I used for the face. It's just slightly under an inch. So it's not like I have a lot of surface space to cut a whole bunch of holes here. Come on. I'm having a really hard time videoing my videos ahead of time because of my voice. Although it's not too bad right now. Knock on everything. Let's come through and we'll trim these. There. And then let's add some color to her face. And this is just grosgrain. I mean, not grosgrain. You know what it is. It's ribbon. Use whatever you want. Let's just do a little bit of this in her lips. And then this one has some purple in it. Oh, we'll do this one. And then I'm trying not to touch this right here because it's still wet. So let's just get a little bit of glue here. I don't know if this light is blinking. Is this light blinking? It looks like it's blinking to me. And I don't know why it's blinking. So I hope it's not too visually distracting for you. I did a little too much glue. It's seeping out. But that's okay. It will dry clear. And I do want to do one of the little fingernail charms. Heart. I'm liking these fingernail charms, you know? This one is a light purple. So I'll use that one. I do wish the heart ones were bigger. I have some that are bigger, but not the colors that I wanted. Put it right in the middle of the flower. There. Oh, that's so cute. Love that. So we have this type And we have this type. I mean, I certainly like this type much better. Let me take the face that we already did, my demo sort of face. And I'm going to put that here on one. Oh, there goes one of my lights. So we'll put that there. We'll put a little heart here. And then I want to make one more with the ribbon here. Oh, that's a pretty shiny, sparkly one. I think this light keeps going out. Yeah. Let me plug it back in. Doesn't matter how long I charge my lights for. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Let me glue this little heart on here. Ooh. It's twirling around. There we go. That one's cute. So we have 3. I want to get one more done, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it all together. I like this one. I will make these off camera to use for something else. Kind of like that one. Let's get the hole punch. And that's why I did the faces sort of like on the bottom of half of the circle, so I would have room up the top here to do the ribbon hair. So that's how I did that. Let's get some pieces. I'm going to make them a little bit longer this time, so it's easier on my fingers. You do what works for you. Organza ribbon. Is that what this is? Is it organza ribbon? Oh, I don't know. Lucky I know my name when I'm not feeling all that great. Although I did leave the house yesterday. My son took me out for a drive. I was happy about that. I think he was too. Although he's tired today. Yesterday and today is his day off. And he says, I think I just want to stay home and I want to rest. I said, that's fine. You certainly have earned that. So that's what he's doing. He's resting. I said, I want to go and try and make a video. He's like, yeah. Oops. He's like, yeah, have fun with that. So there's a question going around on Instagram. I don't know if it's on TikTok. I don't really watch TikTok. But on Instagram. And let's see how many of you people are my people. I think this would be applicable for people all across the globe, not just a U.S. question. So let's see if you're of my age. If I said to you, what's Jenny's number? What would your answer be? What is Jenny's number? So I said that to my son, actually expecting him to know the answer. He's like, I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. Who are you talking about? I said, oh, you failed. That's it. You failed. If you guessed, what is Jenny's number? And you said 8675309. You are my people. It's a song. It was from the 80s. So that's a question that's going around there. They're going into the 2 videos that I saw. They were going up to teachers. It was staff, fellow staff, asking the teachers, what year did you graduate high school? And what is Jenny's number? And it was only the people that graduated in like the 80s and the 90s that knew. And of course, they're singing and dancing it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. But once again, I'm not feeling all that great right now, so should we chalk it up to that? I don't know. Do the little cheeks. I think I'm going to do the lips with this too. Just pop in a little sort of glitter color. And, oh, I should have done it after I glued it. Oh well. All right, so we're going to let that dry, and then I am going to look for a little heart. I'm not going to edge these. Wait till you see what I'm going to do instead. If you didn't know what Jenny's number is, you might be able to guess what I'm going to do next instead of edging these, if you know me. Let me hold this down. Whoops. Wow. I look for, here's kind of a yellow heart. Although I like this bigger white one. Let's use the bigger white one. So did you know what Jenny's number was? Leave me a comment in the comment section if you knew what Jenny's number was. I thought it was kind of funny. Okay, so we have all of these faces left over that I will use on all of those other bodies. And I will make those later. Now, for the next thing, if you guessed what I'm gonna do next, leave that in the description, comment section, whatever. We're gonna back them with black paper. Shocker! Okay, let's do 8.5. Some of these are longer than others. Oops. And I'm going to trim them down too. So for the larger ones, we're going to do it at 2 inches, because those I cut before at 1.5. And let's should we do 5? No, 5's too big. 4.5. Yeah, we'll do 4.5. 4.5 by 2. Did that one move? No, that's all right. 4.5 by 2. Do I have any of the other? Might be too big, but that's okay. That one. Two. And this one at 2. And then the length is going to be different. Although we could accommodate for the hair. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, we'll do these at 4.5 as well. Because then it accommodates for the hair. I like that hair better. But you do you know? Super cute. Okay, now we have to round the corners on those, but before we're done that, we're turning these into little mini bucks. So I'm going to put, as soon as I grab it, some coffee dyed paper on the back. So these were all 2 inches wide. So I want an accordion mini book on the back. Yep, that will work. Where's my glue gun? Probably should have folded it the other way to get more out of this. That's okay. So you fold it according to how you want yours. This is going to be at 1 3/4, approximately. Yeah, major approximately. That came out terrible. Okay. There's that. And I want to cut these in half so I can get 2. Let me fix it with the paper cutter. Should have just used the paper cutter. Okay, so there's that one. There's that one. So this little accordion is going to be on the back of each paper doll. And you can just tuck them into a pocket or whatever. That one's too large. Let's trim that one there. And that one there. Okay. So I have my 4 little accordion things. Next thing I want to do is I want to round the corners. And since I'm using black paper, I am not going to brown edge any of this because it's not going to show up. So these are kind of very folk arty, whimsical little paper dolls. They're not like your standard paper doll. And that's okay. We don't always have to make everything the same all the time. Okay, let's get... I think I cut all the black paper even, though. Yes, I did. Okay. Get these out of the way, and let's glue down some paper dolls. See, these are quite flimsy since I used the ledger paper. So I needed to give it something a little bit more substantial to make it, I don't know, a little bit more functional. I mean, you can make bookmarks too. So I'm just going to go through and glue all these on, and then we'll glue on the backs for the little accordion notebook. I like the little hearts. I love the hair on these. That's what I'm going to go through and do on the other ones, I think. I was thinking of doing twine as well, so that's another option that you can do for the hair if you didn't want to use a ribbon, or you could do like a jute twine. I had the ribbon, so I'm like, let's use the ribbon. I think this one's my favorite because of the colors. But now, look, before, after. See, it pops with the black background, black paper. That's the other thing I have to get, a little bit more black paper. I'm thinking of doing like a month of not buying any art supplies and just using what I have. The only caveat would be glue or a possible ink refill. I'm thinking. I don't know. What do you think? Let me show you these. I mean, I certainly have enough, but you go on Temu and it's like, oh crap, look at that. It's cute, it's adorable, it's cheap. But I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. This one's kind of funky right there. So let's glue that one down right there. So I don't know. Would you be able to do a month without buying any art supplies? I don't know. Is that a realistic challenge? So here's my paper doll. And here's my little accordion notebook on the back. Just tuck it in to a little pocket or whatever. So I don't know. What do you think? I'm thinking. I don't know. Is it torture? I don't know. Is that like a form of torture? I didn't turn the corner of any of these. Let's see, is this going to fit? Yeah, that will fit. I don't know, let's do the edge of this one. Yeah, so I was thinking like just if I needed like glue or refill an ink pad. No, I don't want to go and buy everything with the possibility that I'll need new glue. No, I don't want to do that. I mean, I do have a lot of the glue refills. My mom is going to be moving in, so I will be sharing some of that type of stuff with her. So I don't know. I'm hoping we can do a setup. I don't have a setup now, but I'm hoping maybe we could do a setup where her and I could do some videos together. I think that would be fun. It's not cutting right. I don't know. Could you go a month? Without buying some of the stuff? You know, I've kind of stopped watching some of those Tim Holtz videos where he shows all the like new products. And I have to say, my favorite ones are Halloween, and that's already passed, so I'm good. I'm not really so much into a lot of the Christmas stuff. I don't make Christmas cards like I used to. And I really don't make Christmas journals. So the Christmas stuff isn't really as dangerous for me as the Halloween stuff is. These came out cute. I'm happy with these. So let me show you the ones I have. There's a lot of space on the back to do some writing. And everybody has decorated papers, I'm sure. Or if you don't, use cardstock. That's, you know, like from your 6x6 printed paper packs, or your 8x8 or your 12x12 papers. You know, if you don't have papers that you've decorated, use some already decorated stuff or cut up some packaging. There's my 4 for right now. I'm happy. I think they're cute. Hope you like them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, my voice has gotten a little bit better the longer I've talked. Of course, did I speak too soon? I don't know. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to this. I need my numbers way up. Take care and be free.